Beautiful, isn't it? You're looking at a blue Morpho butterfly wing at regular temperature. How you doing there, Neptunium? What's going on, Charlie? How you doing there, Ash? We're looking at a blue Morpho butterfly wing right now. And down below it, because it's liquid nitrogen month, we got some liquid nitrogen. So I'm just going to go ahead and take the Morpho butterfly wing. We're going to dip it in the liquid nitrogen. Look at that. Look at that, man. Hello there, calcium. Isn't that beautiful? What the heck is going on there? You see that color shift? It's like a shimmering green. We'll take it out. We'll let the nitrogen evaporate. And look at that. Back to a blue. What the heck is going on? Let's do another one. We'll get another one in there for you. These are blue Morpho butterfly wings. Got another one right here. Yeah. We're going to pop that in. Look at that color shift to green, huh? Absolutely beautiful. You might hear a little hum in the background. That's because I'm in the lab and the hoods are running. Let's take it out. Watch what happens when the nitrogen evaporates. How you doing there, Manju? Hey, let's find out, Ash. All right, what happens if you put glow sticks in liquid nitrogen? Let me find out. Hold on. I got a glow stick over here. All right, I'll cut off the lights. All right. I don't have any hydrofluoric acid, Neptunium. Sorry, can't do that one. Here's your glow stick. Oh, that one's already been activated. Hold on, let me get a different one. Yeah, this one has it. Okay. So we got our glow stick here. Yeah, let's get that glowing. Sure enough. I'm just doing some experiments before class today. We got to get this thing shaking. We got to get that thing all the way down there. Get everything mixed up. Thanks to our brigade. Yeah, I am. I am user 193. All right, there's your glow stick. I have not user 193. There's our glow stick. We're going to pop it in some liquid nitrogen. Here we go. Let's watch. Hopefully it won't crack. Yeah, those are wings, Crafty Wilds. We'll do those in a second here. I'm a little dumbfounded. I would have expected this to stop glowing a lot more quickly. It has down there at the bottom. You can certainly see down at the bottom where the fluid's been frozen. Can you see it? It's not glowing nearly as well. Thanks there, Tomac. I appreciate that. So what? Rude Rash, what I'm doing is I'm putting a glow stick in some liquid nitrogen. Oh, we could put some nickel in cold liquid nitrogen. We could do that, Neptunium. I got some here. So Scrublet, I was messing around with butterfly wings in liquid nitrogen. It's liquid nitrogen month here on my channel. And I'm going to do a longer live on Sunday at 3 p.m. That's Eastern time. But yeah, I'm just getting some practice. Get some practice for the live. I had some butterfly wings in here. Somebody asked me to put a glow stick in there, and you can certainly see where the glow stick has been immersed in the liquid nitrogen. It is no longer glowing, but the part that has remained out, it retains its glow. Throw hot water on it. Hey, Mark, we might do that in the live that I do on Sunday. Live Sunday, 3 p.m., all right? I don't 2 games. I buy them from the Butterfly Company, and they assure us that they are not doing that. Yeah, so, I mean, you can look up the Butterfly Company and check it out. Hello there, Random. Okay. Let me cut the lights back on. And what we have in this liquid nitrogen right now are some blue Morpho butterfly wings. All right. And I'm going to go ahead and take it out. You might say, blue Morpho, why is it green? How you doing there, Abdul? Watch what happens when I take it out and the liquid nitrogen evaporates off. Come on, baby. Isn't that beautiful? Isn't that beautiful? it goes back to a blue color. You pop it in the liquid nitrogen, and it goes to green. What in the world? What in the world is happening here? Let's take this one out. You can see the nitrogen kind of evaporate off as the color shifts from a blue to a green. That's Raphael. I'm going to do the main live on Sunday, 3 p.m. We'll do some experiments with liquid nitrogen. Yeah, Magnamax. So here, let me show you this. I'm going to take I'm going to scoot this out of the way for a bit, and we're going to take. Oh, look at that! You can see where the nitrogen. Well, not the nitrogen, but the water vapor from the air is certainly frozen onto my floor here. Anyway, let's put a blue Morpho butterfly wing there. All right, let's zoom in on it so I can get a good look at it. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to add some water to it. All right, so I'm going to add a drop of water. Oh, you see that? It beads up. Interesting. It beads up. What's going on there? Well, see, the blue Morpho butterfly wings, they have on the surface of the wings, they have these protein structures called lamellae. It's a little hard to get that off. And the lamellae, they're like these tree-like projections, like finger-like projections. And, you know, those things are all over the surface of the butterfly wing. And because of that, there's a really high surface area. So this, this has an enormous number of nooks and crannies. And because of that, if the water is going to get into all those nooks and crannies, it has to spread out, of course. And water has a very high surface tension. Because it has a very high surface tension, it can't get into those nooks and crannies, and so it beads up on the surface. It's just a surface tension effect with the water. Yep, it's like hydrophobic indeed. Yep, it's a hydrophobic type effect, but it comes from all of these finger-like projections that are very difficult to see, without a great microscope. Yeah, I'm in my lab right now. So the water beads up, but if we do the same thing with liquid nitrogen, let me pour a little liquid nitrogen on there. Let me just get a little bit in this cup. All right, we'll pour some liquid nitrogen on here. You can already see what's happening here. Just pop it on there, and it soaks in. It soaks in. And the color changes too. Isn't that crazy? So it soaks in, plus the color changes. That's because liquid nitrogen has a very low surface tension. Looks like I got a little bit of ice there. Liquid nitrogen has a low surface tension, so it can fit into all those little nooks and crannies. It can fit into all those little nooks and crannies. And when it fits into those nooks and crannies, those little finger-like projections, and in between them is usually air. If you fill that stuff with something other than air, it changes the way that the wing interacts with light, and that changes the color. So let's pour a little more liquid nitrogen on there so you can see it again. Pour a little on there. Oh, I don't quite have enough. Let me get a little bit more. There we go. In goes the liquid nitrogen. Here we go. Oh man, look at that. Look at that beautiful green, huh? And watch what happens when the nitrogen evaporates away. All right? So the nitrogen is in all those tiny little nooks and crannies. That's changing the way that the wing interacts with light. And as the nitrogen evaporates away, instead of the nooks and crannies on the wing being filled with liquid nitrogen, it'll be filled with air. Magnamax, you want to see that? What happens if we mix dry ice with liquid nitrogen? We can do that. Come on, man, isn't that cool? I want to do that one more time. And then, if you want, I got a little dry ice up here. We can try that, okay? It is. Here we go. Let's pour it on. Here goes the liquid nitrogen. There goes the green color. Again, the green color happens because there's a lot of nooks and crannies in the wing that are usually filled with air. And when the nitrogen fills those nooks and crannies, it changes the way the wing interacts with light. It does look a little alive, but that's just the nitrogen boiling away. Science, baby. All right, we're going to get close. We're going to see what happens as the nitrogen evaporates off. It definitely is pretty. I agree with you. Hey, I remember you, Adiant. Great to see you. Here it comes. Come on, here, I'll blow on it to get the nitrogen evaporate off a little. Oh, no, it's gone. There you can see it. Come on, look at that beautiful color shift from green to blue. Hey, I'll tell you what, give me a heart emoji in the chat. That's blue if you like the blue color better, and give me a green emoji in the chat if you like that green color on the wing better. There's lots we can do. All right, let's try this now. Here's some wings that are already soaked in. I see a lot of green. I see a lot of blue. Oh man, I need somebody to we need a vote for that. We definitely need a vote for that. Lots of green. Someone said both of them. Brandy saying green. Chakra saying blue. Come on now. All right, let's take this one here. Yeah, by the way, it's liquid nitrogen month on my channel. I've pulled the wing out of the liquid nitrogen. You can see it evaporate away. It's liquid nitrogen month on my channel. This Sunday, 3 p.m. Eastern time. I'll be doing a little longer live. This one's going to be kind of short, probably about 15 minutes. I got to go teach class here. About an hour and a half. But I was just getting some experiments ready, and I thought, maybe I'll pop on the live and see what folks are doing this morning. Yeah, the Lonely Gamer. Yeah, I've done a video on this too. If you want to check out my, let's keep it clean. Let's keep it clean out there. I mean, it does show. These are, no, I did not, Pooja. I bought these wings from the Butterfly Company, and they assure us that they collect them from, these are in South America, and they apparently a lot of them die, and they just pick them up. Why does not liquid nitrogen container burst from pressure in which it will, user 193? It absolutely will. 100% will. So yeah, you can see the liquid nitrogen evaporate away. We're going to watch that color shift back to blue. There it is. Hey, thanks there, Daniel. I appreciate that. Try smashing it. It's still a little floppy, you can see. So even as it's cold in the nitrogen, it remains a bit floppy. So smashing it's probably not going to work. I agree there, CT Luth Arts. Absolutely, user 193. The more courses you can take in various subjects, the better. Look at that. Thanks there, Brandy. Appreciate that. Yeah, give a like or a follow, maybe subscribe. I'll be doing this live again on Sunday, 3 p.m. Eastern Time, United States Eastern Time. What are we trying to do? We're just looking at the beauty of nature, man. We're just looking at the beauty of nature and talking a little bit about the science behind it. Come on, watch that nitrogen evaporate away, and it goes right back to blue. I agree there, Glenn. It's a beautiful iridescent look. Absolutely. Thanks there. It's an oily life. Appreciate that. It's not oxygen, Dr. 101. It is nitrogen. User 193. I don't have money to pay people who work for me. We just kind of get in the lab and we goof off. I teach chemistry. 4588. Thank you there, AAII. I do not teach organic chemistry. I teach general chemistry. Will oil cause the same color effect? I don't have any oil. I apologize, so I can't check that. We can check other liquids, though, if you'd like. I mean, we certainly can do that. I do not teach organic chemistry. Are butterfly wings crunchy in liquid nitrogen? Probably crunchy anyway. There we go. Yeah, you can almost see through the wing there, which is wild. You can see like the other side. That's what the other side, isn't that wild? The other side, just this dark brown color. Yep. Kind of interesting. And when we flip that thing over, I do not eat them. What other liquids do I have? I got some acetone, I got some alcohols, I got some liquid water, I got all sorts of stuff. I've been doing this particular experiment on this live almost 15 minutes at this point. Is that me? It's only me, not when it's green, but when it's baby blue. There we go. Mr. White would be proud of that baby blue color, wouldn't they? Indeed. Indeed. Yeah, so it's liquid nitrogen month here on my channel. Um, I'll be posting at least one short video a week. Those come out Saturday, 8 a.m. Eastern Time. You might want to check those out. One video per week. This week I'm focusing on, this month I'm focusing on liquid nitrogen. So all the experiments will be liquid nitrogen based. And then I'm going to do a live on Sunday, 3 p.m. Eastern. We'll do a little more experiments with the liquid nitrogen. We can try a little acetone. So why does it turn that cobalt blue color? The reason why it turns that cobalt blue color, these wings are quite interesting in that they do not get their color from pigment. So it's not a chemical effect. The color is not a chemical effect. It's a physical, it's an effect of physics. Now in the wing, you can't really see them. They're really hard to see. You need a microscope to see it well. There are an enormous number of tiny nooks and crannies. And those tiny nooks and crannies, they have air in between the spaces of those nooks and crannies. And just the size of they're little protein structures, the size of those protein structures and the distance between them, it's like two fingers like this, and then the distance between those fingers is usually filled with air. The size of the protein fingers, we'll say, and the distance between them and what they're filled with, that causes light to interact with the wing in a way such that blue light gets focused and reflected very well, and that's why they appear blue. Now, when you place the wing in liquid nitrogen, you fill those air pockets with something other than air. You fill them with the liquid nitrogen, and that changes how the light interacts with the wing. And so instead of it reflecting and focusing and reflecting blue light very well, it focuses and reflects green light very well. And you can even watch the color shift, of course, as the liquid nitrogen boils off. Isn't that beautiful? Isn't that beautiful? Yeah, these wings are getting a little bit roughed up because I've been picking them up quite a bit. Something that's interesting that I've noticed, I have bought other wings. Here's one. Looks identical. Looks like the same thing. Another blue Morpho butterfly wing, right? Looks the same. Got a little piece on there we want to take off. But watch what happens when I stick this one in. The color change is not as stark. So there must be something just slightly different in the structure of those proteins in this wing. You can just barely see a little bit of the green color, and it goes back to that really flashy blue when the nitrogen evaporates away. But not all the wings that I purchase undergo this striking color change between blue and green. So I apologize. It took some time to explain all that and not read through the comments. It takes a bit of brain power to explain that, and I can't do that and read the comments real well, so I apologize about that. Let's get one of these wings here. No, I would not do it with a live butterfly. No way. Daniel, I think it's the same species, but I really don't know. So let's pop this one in. This is another one of those wings that doesn't quite show that dramatic color change. Let me pull out another one. Seems like the bigger ones don't work quite as well. Let's try this small one right here. This one's going to work. This one's going to work, baby. Let's put this one in. I'm taking a blue Morpho butterfly wing and I'm dipping it in some liquid nitrogen, and it goes, and you can see the color change that happens. It goes from a blue to a green, and watch what happens when I pull it out and the nitrogen evaporates away. Hey, voice changer, thank you. Sent me 14, I appreciate that. Appreciate that. Merry Christmas to those who celebrate. So there we go. Watch that. We're going to watch the color. Look at that. As the nitrogen evaporates away, you see that color shift from green back to blue. Very cool. There we go. Back in. Thank you there, BL Orange. Thank you there, Daniel. So, you know, if you like this kind of thing, you might want to subscribe. I'll be doing another live this Sunday, 3 p.m. Eastern. That's New York City time, 3 p.m. Eastern. I'll be doing another live. It's Liquid Nitrogen Month on my channel, and I'm going to be doing a live with a lot of liquid nitrogen. Might like to see you there. Now, folks, I'm going to have to sign off here because I got to go prepare for class. Got to go prepare, teach my my chemistry classes. So I'm going to go do that here in a bit. But just remember, hey, pay attention to the world around you. There's a lot of beauty there. And you know what? It becomes a little bit more beauty, a little bit more beautiful if you understand a little bit of the science behind it. It just makes it all the more wonderful. All right, folks, thanks for hanging out. It's been great doing some experiments with you. I'm going to see you this Sunday at 3 p.m. That'll be 3 p.m. Eastern time for another live on my channel. Happy Liquid Nitrogen Month, everybody. So long.